Hello friends, hope you all are good. Today in this video, we will study about company accounts. So, first of all, let's start with the meaning of the company. What is meant by company? Here are some important points regarding meaning of company. Let's discuss one by one. First, it is a legal person not having physical existence. Means, what is meant by a legal person? Legal person means it is set up by the process of law and does not have the physical existence, means it is not like the human beings. It is said to be as the artificial person. Second, it has a separate legal entity. Separate legal entity means what? Its entity is different from its members. Who are the members? Members are the shareholders of the company, and its existence is also separate from its shareholders. Third, it has share capital which is divided into units called shares. It means the company has the total capital which is termed to be as the share capital and which is divided into shares or the different units which is known as shares, which is holded by each of the shareholders in the company. Fourth, its insolvency or death of a member does not affect the continuity of company. Means company's existence is not affected by the bankruptcy, lunacy, or death of any of the person. Its functions continued. Fifth, it is also called a joint stock company registered under Companies Act 2013. It means it is incorporated under Companies Act 2013. Now, here are some features or characteristics of company which we will discuss one by one. First, incorporation. It means that the company is registered under Companies Act 2013 or the company is created by process of law. Second, separate legal entity. It means that the company has its existence separate from its members. As we have already discussed that the company has its existence separately from its shareholders. So, it has a separate legal entity. Third, artificial person. Company is created under law and does not have its physical existence. So it is said to be as an artificial person. It can conduct the business, it can enter into a contract, it has its own properties, but it does not have the physical existence. So, because of that, it is said to be as the artificial person. Fourth, perpetual existence. It means that the company has a perpetual succession. It's the life of the company does not come to an end and it is not affected by the death or insolvency of any of its shareholders. Next, fifth, limited liability. It means that the company has the limited liability which is limited to the amount of the shares or the guarantee held by the members. Vice versa, if the company is registered with unlimited liability, then it has the unlimited liability. Sixth, transferability of shares. It means that the company has its shares easily transferable if it is the public company. But if it is the private company, then its shares are restricted to be transferred easily For transfer, it should be mentioned in the article of association of the company. Next, that is seventh, management and ownership. Company can be managed by the directors who are elected by the shareholders of the company. Shareholders are the main owners of the company. Okay. Next, last point is eighth point, common seal. Company may have or may not have its signatures or seal. Now here we will discuss about the difference between the two types of the businesses, that is partnership and company. Firstly, in partnership, registration is not compulsory. It is said that in partnership registration process is not mandatory. This type of the business can be set up by the agreement among the partners. On the other side, in company, registration is compulsory. It is said that in company, registration is must. It is mandatory according to the Companies Act 2013. Second point, in partnership, Indian Partnership Act 1932 applies. In partnership business, all the laws of the Indian Partnership Act applies. The partnership business runs under the laws of the act. On the other side, in the company, all the laws of the Companies Act applies. 2013 applies. But before this act came into existence, Companies Act 1956 was applied. Third, minimum partner is 2 and maximum is 50 in partnership. In partnership business, there should be minimum partners 2 and maximum partner should be 50 as per the law. But on the other side, in the company, in case of the public company, minimum members should be 7 and maximum members there is no limit. And in case of the private company, minimum members is 2 and maximum is 200. Also, in case of one person company, there is only one member. Next, fourth point, liability of the partner is unlimited. It is said that in partnership, liability of the partners is unlimited. And on the other side, in the company, liability of the shareholders is limited to the shares they hold or guaranteed to be paid. But also, if unlimited company is registered, then its liability is unlimited. Fifth point, audit is not mandatory in partnership. In partnership, maintaining audit or books of accounts is not compulsory. But on the other side, in company, auditing process or keeping books of accounts is compulsory. Sixth point, business is managed or any one acting for all. In partnership, business management is done by all the partners or any one active partner may act as according to the wish of all the partners. But on the other side, in company, owners or the shareholders does not manage the company. They appoint one director managing business for them. So friends, thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, please click the like button, share it, and please do not forget to subscribe my channel.